This naturalrefrigerants.com article is being read by an automated voice. ATMO Mac, Volkswagen, details the steps. It's taking to increase the efficiency of its CO2-based heat pump system and reduce its cost. By J. O. Haraldson. Published October 24, 2025. German automaker Volkswagen, VW, is working to improve the efficiency of its CO2-based heat pump system for electric vehicles, EVs, and reduce material costs, according to Carsten Wachsmuth, who works in the automaker's R&D division on EV thermal management. Wachsmuth highlighted the work VW's R&D team is doing in a presentation at the ATMO Mac Summit 2025 x TU Berlin. The event was hosted by Atmosphere, publisher of naturalrefrigerants.com, in partnership with Technische Universität Berlin's Department of Heat Transfer and Heat Conversion, and took place September 23rd to 24th on the university's campus. Wachsmuth was joined on stage by Johannes Schroeder, who also works in VW's R&D division as a test engineer. Having sold roughly 1 million cars with an R744 thermal management system, we've learned a lot, said Wachsmuth, who added that Volkswagen is applying the knowledge gained to cutting material weight, simplifying the system and streamlining production. We are currently working with more than 17 international R744 technology experienced suppliers. The know-how is no longer concentrated in just a handful of companies. The company's CO2 heat pump system sources heat from the vehicle's drivetrain components, the ambient air, or both. It features a 5.5 kilowatt, 1.6 TR CO2 compressor manufactured by Hanon Systems. Volkswagen first offered CO2 heat pumps for EVs in 2020 in the ID.3 and ID.4. Since 2020, the tech has been expanded across the growing ID range and brought to the company's other brands, including Audi, Cupra, and Škoda. The 2024 electric Ford Explorer, which is built on VW's EV platform, features a CO2 heat pump available as an optional extra. Volkswagen plans to further streamline the technology for inclusion in a future class of cost-sensitive models, including the ID.Polo and ID.Cross. Cutting material costs. Due to the higher pressures and temperatures of CO2, Schroeder indicated that VW overdesigned its first generation of the CO2 thermal management system. Our first CO2 compressor weighed 7.6 kilograms, 16.8 pound, said Schroeder. We've now introduced a second version of the compressor that is a half kilogram, 1.1 pounds lighter, bringing the weight to 7.1 kilograms, 15.7 pounds. The current system contains 8 valves, 3 expansion valves controlling use of the evaporator and chiller, and 5 shutoff valves for switching operational modes. To cut weight and costs, we are looking into integrating several valves into one aluminum body and combining 2 single valves into one proportional valve, Schroeder noted. Manufacturing efficiency. The R744 system will share the same production line as vehicles equipped with the standard R1234YF system. The piping in both systems can use the same aluminum alloy with roughly the same wall thickness, with the R744 package requiring a smaller inner diameter, according to Schroeder. The R1234YF system includes an evaporator and a 6 kilowatt 1.7 ton and a half PTC positive temperature coefficient heater to provide supplemental heat as needed. The R744 system includes an evaporator, gas cooler, and a PTC heater. To streamline the shared production line, a supplier pre-installs the R744's valve unit, Schroeder said. Increasing the manufacturing volume will further reduce the cost of the CO2 system. Ice to meet you, VW is also changing the design of the gas cooler to address ice buildup caused by harvesting heat from ambient air. Strategies to prevent ice formation, based on the difference, air gap, between the ambient temperature and evaporation temperature, or the dew point temperature and the evaporation temperature, failed to harvest more than 0.6 kilowatts of heat in humid environments like those in Europe, with a relative humidity of 88% at minus 7 degrees Celsius, 19.4 degrees Fahrenheit, according to Wachsmuth. To extend the air gap, we should move from icing prevention to icing management, he said. The vertical orientation of gas cooler tubes instead of a horizontal one allows melted frost to run off the unit, with active dicing of the heat exchanger enabling long-term operation. Quotable. Although it took 5 years to get our first million EVs on the road with CO2 thermal management, it should be much quicker to get the second million, said Schroeder. We already offer the heat pump in other markets besides Europe, including China and North America.